Hello, welcome back to another episode of From My Collection, where I get to share with you specific categories from my makeup collection and I get to dive into the details. I personally like doing it like this because it gives me the opportunity, instead of coming and saying, hey, here's everything, here's that, I have this, I have that. I get to break it down into categories, get a little more detailed, share swatches, application, all the things. So in today's video, we're going into part 2 of my blush collection. Part 1 was liquid and cream. Today, it's powders. So I'm going to swatch everything, details we're going to apply so you can see how everything looks, because blush especially, I find blushes not to swatch good at all. I feel like I'll swatch a blush and then I'll apply it and sometimes it looks so different. It's like, wait a minute, what? So that's what we're doing today. All the details, all the things, and we're gonna do a little decluttering, getting rid of some stuff, and I will reorganize my blush drawer with you. So let's get into it, shall we? I'm wearing my clip today. How cute! I told you I'm not going to stop with these clips. They're so gorgeous, so dainty, so cute. But today's video, I want to dive on into my collection, rediscover some that I need to show some love, declutter. I apologize. Yesterday in the cream and liquid, I got overwhelmed with the amount of cheek swatches. My cheeks were feeling it. So I am today going to carry over what I should have done previous and declutter. We're just going to declutter everything. And I have just a few cream blushes that I forgot that I'll share with you as well. And I will also be doing cheek swatches of all of the powders so that you can see, because again, I feel that powder blushes don't swatch the greatest. I feel like applying them, you really get to know what you're dealing with. So if there's anything you're interested in or want to know anything, I'll have everything listed and linked down below in the description box, along with today's look, which is, I went it back in with my Adriana Nicole I Am Everything eyeshadow palette. I know when you look at this palette, you think you can only get bold. Look how soft and pretty. I went in with these two shades. Yeah. Okay, so a quick little continuation of creams and liquids because I forgot a few, and then we'll get into the powder blushes. So, what was I thinking? My WESTMAN Atelier blushes. These are the Baby Cheeks blush sticks. I have a total of 4 of them. They now offer them in little minis. This just happens to be, I think this was from a holiday set. I got it at Nordstrom. It came with contour, blush, and highlight. These blushes are super duper creamy. They blend really, really nicely, and they have beautiful, beautiful colors. Staying power formulation is very easy to work with. I have here the shade Mimi. Mimi is a very light. She's soft, she's pretty, but I love Mimi to mix, or for when I have a no makeup day and I don't want anything, I just want a little something. You know the vibe. And Poppet. Poppet, she's bright, she's bold. Yes, please, and thank you. And then Petal. Petal is gorgeous. Petal is easy. Love Petal. Can't believe I forgot to share those yesterday. Hello. OGEE Cosmetics. I have just a few products from this brand, but they're solid. Very beautiful, very easy to work with. Look at that gorgeous color. This is the Hydroganics Sculpted Face Stick in the shade Rose Quartz. This too is nice and creamy, very easy to blend, build, beautiful on the cheeks. And then a newer one. See, yesterday we found out that I had a couple of new untouched cream blushes that I hadn't even... Hello, Monique, what are you doing? This is another one of them. This is from one of my favorite brands, Dominique Cosmetics. This is the cream blush in the shade Natural Rose. Very pretty. And look at the size of this thing. It's huge. Look at that. Such a pretty color. Can't speak on this yet. Haven't tried it, but I will. But from the texture and consistency, it seems really nice. And now, all of these other ones that I'm going to share with you, I'm getting rid of them, but I'll show them to you really quick nonetheless. This is Lilah B. Look at this little pebble. How cute is that? I don't even know whatever happened to this brand, but I futzed around with this a little here and there. It was good. It was very natural. It was very easy. And I love the packaging. Look at this. And it's nice and weighty. So this is the Be Lovely Divine Duo Lip and Cheek. I didn't try this on the lips. I stuck with this for the cheeks. Not all lip and cheek products are the same. We've learned that over the years. But this is a nice color. Easy, simple, and it was nice. But this has to go. I've had it for a really long time, so I am going to be getting rid of it. One that's getting chucked is from Rose Inc. This is the Lip and Cheek color in the shade Foxglove. This was okay. I don't know. It was all right. Pretty color, creamy product, but I don't know. I didn't reach for it a lot. It didn't wow me enough like that. I don't know. And I don't know what's going on with the brand. M Cosmetics. This is nice. I really like the color on this, so it was very easy to work with as well. This is in the shade Venetian Rose. Very pretty product. I would repurchase another one of these, but I am going to get rid of this because I've had it for a while. Clé de Peau. This was a limited edition product. I held on to it because the packaging was so cute. And this has a gorgeous formula. This is just the Clé de Peau cream blush in the shade Warmth's Magic. Very wearable. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. Definitely buy another Clé de Peau cream blush after I tried this one. But this is old. I'm going to get rid of it. Unfortunately, sadly, I'm going to be getting rid of my Drunk Elephant O-Bloos Rosy Drops. This is very similar to the Dior Luminizers, because it gives that glow with that very soft flush. It gives pretty much the same effect, and I'm going to hold off on repurchasing this because it's pretty much the same thing in my humble opinion. I get the same effect. So if I had to choose between the two, I would go with the Dior. I enjoy it. I already have it, so I'm going to stick to it. And this I've had for a long time. It's time to go. It's like pretty much empty. So, and I decided after a lot of thought and just everything, I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to donate it to someone who can actually enjoy it and wants to use it, because I don't know. It's just not doing it for me. It's the Isamaya Skin Enhancing Duo in the shade Martha. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm going to pass on it for now. So those are the forgotten cream products that I should have shared yesterday, but I got overwhelmed. Okay. Let's get into the powders. So I just have some concealer on, and I left the cheek area so that I can apply, remove, apply, remove. Keep in mind, you're probably eventually going to see a line after all of the removal, but I will try my best to fix it. So yes, let's start off with Hermès. These are the Rose Hermès Silky powder blushes. I have 3 of them, and in all honesty, of the 3, there's one that I hit really, really hard. So I have the shade Rose Nuit. These are very creamy, very silky, beautiful products overall. Rose Pommette. And my personal favorite, Rose Tan. And Rose Tan swatches so bad. I mean, this is why cheek swatches are vital, because Rose Tan swatches horribly, but Rose Tan applies beautifully. These do have a fragrance to them, but it's soft and it does dissipate. I also find that the Hermès blush formula, it's really truly that soft, silky, smooth blend into your skin gorgeously. Swatch, application, huge difference. And again, you'll notice that with a lot of blushes, especially the powder blushes, they don't swatch the greatest. They really, if you were to base a purchase of a blush based on the swatch, you wouldn't buy any blush. I've learned that over the years. Rose Tan. Rose Tan is gorgeous. Again, doesn't swatch the greatest. Like, look, you can't even see it. But applied, chef's kiss. And again, beautiful formula. Love these. I am 100% keeping my Hermès blushes. To spare my cheeks, I am going to combine my swatches of the other two Hermès blushes. I'm going to put one higher and one lower, so I hope you don't mind, but you'll still be able to see. And honestly, these two are quite similar. So let's start off with Rose Nuit. I'm going to keep this one higher in application. And that's a nice soft, but it builds up nicely. Look at that. So Rose Nuit. And now Rose Pommette. I'm going to bring this down here. Rose Pommette, I don't know, you tell me, but I feel that this one pulls a little bit lighter than Rose Nuit. But both very similar. If you're interested in any of these colors, seeing them side by side, you can pick from one. Next up is a blush from the brand VIEVE. This is the Sunset Blush in the shade Piazza. I have a cream of this too. I love it. So this blush, it's quite intense, but it wears really, really nicely. So I use a brush accordingly. I won't go in with a more dense brush. I go in with a little bit more of a fluffy brush, because I personally like a soft, diffused blush when I have darker shades like this. Makes it a lot less intimidating. But beautiful formula, right? Next up is this oldie but gorgeous goodie from Dior. This is old, so I'd no longer use it, but I have it in my collection. So this is the Diorskin Nude Luminizer Blush in the shade number 10. Packaging is really pretty, very Dior. How pretty. So, so pretty. I love this. I love a good glowy blush, highlighting blush. But I think it's time to let this one go. Mainly and only because it's so old and I no longer use it, and I won't be applying this to the skin. I got to take care of my skin. So I'm going to be passing this on, but again, it's so gorgeous. But I do have other glowy blushes, so that's okay. And speaking of glowy blushes, here we go. Rare Beauty. These are their glowy powder blushes. I have the shade Love, which is darker, and Hope, which is lighter. So what I do is I will go in with darker Hope. And again, I'll go in with a less dense, soft brush to apply. Plus, these are very glowy, so you don't need to go too crazy, because you can get carried away very easily. But when you go in with the right brush, it's a beautiful product. And do you see how pigmented? I don't need to go in with it anymore. Oh no. And that is the shade Love swatched. And then the shade Hope, which is a lot lighter. Swatches beautifully. Same brush. I cleaned it off. And yes, I'm cleaning off my brushes in between every use. Go in very lightly. And I go right over top, more on my higher points. So it's like a blush topper, highlighter kind of combo. And together, these are beautiful. The formula is very, very nice on these. I enjoy these, but these are definitely time and place. I don't personally like these as an everyday blush, and I can't say that to you. I will not recommend these as an everyday blush. These are for when you're in that mood. Yeah, and they are beautiful on the skin. Next up are my Gucci blushes. I love these. Not only can you use them on the eyes, but they are gorgeous on the face and a beautiful formula. I have one in holiday limited edition packaging and from that collection, and then two that are regular. These are the Gucci Blush de Beauté Cheeks and Eye Powder Luminous Matte. And this one is in the shade 04 Bright Coral. Again, don't go by just the swatches, because they definitely look a lot different when I put them on. This one is from the holiday. This is in the shade Intense Ruby. Used this so much. It is gorgeous. And then this one is in the shade Rosy Beige, number 5. This one's a little darker. You'll see I have a type. It's either pink or similar to my skin tone to just give me a soft flush for a no makeup day. Let's start off with Intense Ruby. This is such a beautiful blush. Very lovely and pretty flush. And again, I'm trying to work smarter here and give you as many cheek swatches as I physically possibly can. I'm going to go into Bright Coral, and I'm just going to apply this on the lower portion of the cheek for you to see it. This is soft, but it still gives you that nice flush that you want. And yes, of course, Rosy Beige. Rosy Beige is honestly the most natural of 3 of these Gucci blushes that I have. Just gives a very soft little flush, which honestly works. You gotta have days where you want like just a little something, and Rosy Beige gives that. These are new in the collection, and I am loving them so much already. These are the YSL Make Me Blush Powder Blush. I have the shades number 93, which is a little bit more of a glowy finish, and then a matte in the shade number 06. These are gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Look at that pretty shift that this has. It's so pretty. I am so happy to finally have these in my collection. I held off for quite some time because these have been out. But I picked these up during the Sephora sale, and I'm so happy. So the brighter one, which is more of like an iridescent shimmer finish, but soft, very pretty. And then the matte one, which is also lighter. Let's go in with the brighter and the bit more shimmery one first. These are very, very soft in formula. And they apply on the skin so nice. Look at that. This one has a pretty glow, but it works. It's not too much. It's just right. It's just right. A blush that has a little bit of a glow to it, it gives you the opportunity to skip highlight. Just use that blush for that nice pretty glow and flush that day. And here is the lighter one. Keep this right here on the cheeks. For me, this is my perfect everyday no makeup blush. So it's nice and soft. And then the brighter one up here. So gorgeous. The formula is outstanding. So light and airy and just smooths the skin. The finish is gorgeous on these YSL blushes. I get why people love them and want them all. Next up is this Mob blush. This is in the shade M19. This is a very everyday, soft, pretty blush. Wow, we're out of space already? Okay, we'll go right here. See, nice, soft, everyday kind of vibe. So pretty. Nice and easy for the everyday. And a really beautiful formula. One of my favorite brands, What's Up Beauties blushes. These are awesome. They're made in Italy, baked. They have like a little swirly and an amazing formula. So these are the Chic Terre blushes, shade 30 and shade 40. Very beautiful finish. I mean, but they give you the idea of what, you know, you have to expect. So shade 40. Blends so nicely, very soft and diffused. So that's 40. 30 is definitely a bit more pinky, but a nice balance with the warmth. So I like both. I wear both. I love both. 40 and 30. Thank you for understanding and letting me work a little smarter here so my cheeks can tolerate the constant application, removal, and you get to see what the blushes actually look like on skin. Another favorite brand, Sisley. These are the Phyto-Blush, and I have 2 shades. This is number 4 Golden Rose. She's light, she's glowy, she's gorgeous. And then number 2 Rosy Fuchsia. She's bright, she's bold. Hello, I have arrived. I mix these two almost every single time I reach for these blushes. Rosy Fuchsia is nice and bright, pigmented, gorgeous. Hello. And then Golden Rose is a lot lighter and a little bit more of a glow, but together, ooh, let me show you. This is very pigmented, so you need to be careful, and you don't need a lot. Look at that. That's it. I have the matching cream to this. I love wearing them together for fun. If you really want your blush to go nowhere. Look at that. I know. A lot of us look at Sisley and we're like, ooh, that's so natural. They don't have bright, nice, intense. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. A little bit of Golden Rose right over top. For me, this kind of tones it down and brings the glow. Look at that. Still intense and, you know, flush, but this Golden Rose shade tones it down and gives me that glow. But not in a way that's like scattered glitter and too much and is going to emphasize texture. It's just beautiful. Okay, so hear me out. There's no way. I'm not tapping out. I'm just saying. I have a dedicated video where I shared literal cheek swatches already of all of the Dior blushes. Every single one. Even the light ones that I know damn well I shouldn't have touched. So I'll have that video linked so that you can check it out. You can see them in action. These are the Dior Rosy Glow Color Reviving Powder Blush. Rosewood, Berry. These don't swatch good, but they're very nice on the skin. I'm giving you that like disclaimer because the swatches, they're not the greatest. This is Cherry. The original 01 Pink. Pink Lilac. Poppy Coral. Mahogany. And Bronze Glow. The Dior Backstage Rosy Glow Blushes. This is from Surat. This is an artistic blush. This is in the shade Levian Rose. This was one of my favorite blushes of all time for a really, really long time. This was such a perfect everyday go-to kind of color. Look at that. It's a beautiful flush, very, very easy. This is quite old, so I am going to be getting rid of it. I love this so much. I would definitely 100% repurchase this. This was from the Flower Power collection. This is the Flower Power cheek shade. Really cute, very detailed. All of these little flowers are individually placed. Really nice. This was a very, very glowy blush. And this was, for me, on a no makeup day with no makeup, just a soft flush. But the way that this built up on a makeup day was nice too. And I actually use this quite a bit. It's a nice formula too. So, this does not swatch good. But she's old. I'm going to be getting rid of this. Another Chantecaille I am going to be getting rid of. It's broken. This is the Lotus Bloom Radiant Blush. I didn't really love this. It's broke. It didn't really, you know, it was good, nice formula, glowy blush, light, soft, very Chantecaille, but wasn't my favorite. These two blushes look like highlighter. I know, but they're not. I'm going to be getting rid of this. Might as well, since we're on our Chantecailles, another Chantecaille blush. This is from the Wild Meadows blush. And really pretty packaging. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Look how bright. Look how pretty. Really gorgeous. I am going to be getting rid of this, and I'm okay with that because I have my Sicily, which they're not the same, but I can get the same effect because this is so bright and beautiful. This is my very, very special WESTMAN ATELIER. This is the first powder blush that she came out with before she came out with the new powder blush duos. This is the Baby Cheek Powder Blush in the shade Petal. Yep, this is so nice. I'm trying to keep all the swatches on one hand so we can see everything. For me, this is a very perfect everyday soft and pretty, and it's very similar to the Petal. The Petal that she just came out with a lipstick for and everything. Petal is a very nice everyday shade. It's a staple in the line. And beautiful formula. My Christian Louboutin. I wanted to show you the full presentation, the full experience. My abracadabra something, I forget the name, but 2 blushes and a highlight. Gorgeous! These are very glowy, very gorgeous. You can use these on the eyes. They're outstanding. An amazing, amazing formula. Darker of the 2. It gives such a pretty glow, and it's not glittery and glimmery and scattery. It's truly that soft glowy. And then this, and then the, well, it's not that much lighter, but lighter of the 2 shades. Put that right here. This one's a little bit more pink. See the pretty glow that it gives to the skin? Louboutin Beauté is outstanding. I did share my entire collection video with you if you want to check it out. One of the greats. One of my longtime favorites. This is my Tom Ford. This is, I forget what collection this is from, but the Love collection. Yeah, this is from the Love collection. This is the powder blush in the shade 01 Love Scene. Love this formula. This is very well. There used to be a heart embossing with a TF. Kind of sort of could still see it, but Givenchy, the Prisma blushes. These you got to be so careful with because it's literally a loose powder blush, so they give good intensity, beautiful, blend into the skin really, really nice. They're a little hard to swatch, so bear with me. Let me try to figure it out. This one is a little bit like warmer orangey. This is Organza Cyan, number 4. You can kind of see in the cap. It's that soft pink, very pretty. This is in Popeline Violin, number 5. So how I use them is I put a very little in the cap. You barely have to tap it, you see? This one I'll put here. These you have to be very light-handed with because you can get carried away very easily. Very easily. But they just melt into the skin. An outstanding formula. All right, let me show you this other shade here. So I go a little in the cap. That's all you need. It's really all you need. Pick up. So gorgeous on the skin. This, I held on to this for a little while for sentimental reasons. This was one of my first, or when I was first getting into Chantecaille purchases. This is the Radiant Chic Cheek and Highlighter Duo in the shade Coral, and this supported the Stingrays. Gorgeous, gorgeous duo. It's old. It's time for us to part ways. Yeah. Pat McGrath blushes. I have 3 of them. Desert Orchid. This is Electric Boom. She's nice and bright and pretty. And Divine Rose. Yeah. 3 very pretty and soft Pat McGrath blushes. Let's go into Electric Bloom. I'm scared. Wow! Let me clean the brush off. Whoa. I forgot how pigmented these are. Okay, Electric Bloom. Going light-handed. She's intense. Desert Orchid. Very soft, very skin. Divine Rose. I have these. I got these during the holiday, I think, around holiday time. These Valentino blushes. So these are dual use blush and eyeshadows, the eye to cheek from Valentino. Let's open them up. I haven't even used them. I don't remember what happened here. This must have been, I got it and forgot about it kind of gig. Look at that packaging. That's what got me. So this is number 3, Rosa Emozione. Ooh, so this is light. Oh my goodness. So there's a little brush up here. This is really, really light. Okay. And then the other one, I think the other one's really bright. This is 302, Pink is Punk. Cool. Same kind of limited edition packaging. Yeah, and then this one's really bright. There's a little bit of a sheen in that finish there. Where are we putting you? Put you right here on the hand. Okay. I like that these can work on the eyes too, because I love these colors for eyeshadows. Nice. My Chantecaille Philanthropy Cheek Shades palette. I have a dedicated video with cheek swatches for this, but this stays in the collection. I got rid of majority of my Chantecaille blushes, so I'm gonna hang on to my palette. This I hold on to just because it was such a proud, I feel like a very proud supporter with this product here. This was a collaboration that Fumi did with Juvia's Place. This is the Queen's palette. I use the heck out of this thing and it's so gorgeous. I can't get rid of this. Look at the colors, just everything about it. The WESTMAN Atelier Baby Cheeks Blush Duos. I have 2 videos, 2 separate videos demoing, sharing all of these with you, so I'm going to spare my cheeks on this one. But these are staying in the collection because they're brand new. So those are all my powder blushes. Let's clean out this drawer and reorganize everything. All right. Starting off a little half empty here. This side are my powders and my creams. And I know it looks, I don't know, not the greatest, but it's for now until I figure it out. And I'm sure it'll be messy before you know it, but that's fine. It's nice that I now have everything all in one. One side's cream, one side's powder. And here is my pile of everything that I am getting rid of. Yeah. Declutter, got rid of some stuff, organized. It's still a lot of product, but this is what I do. So I get to really try everything out and share them with you. Let me know some of your favorite powder blushes. Comment them down below. Thank you as always for spending your time with me and allowing me to share my collection with you. Please take a moment and give today's video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. Stay beautiful, guys. I will see you very, very soon. Bye.